Hey everybody, it's Dr. L here with Spartan Mind, your chief mind doc at Spartan. Today we're talking about how to have hard conversations. Now listen, if you're thinking that you can go throughout life without having a single hard conversation, then actually you're going to be avoiding something that's beneficial to your life. Now listen, I don't want you to manufacture hard conversations, okay? That's not what we're interested in here. But if you have relationships with people who are meaningful to you, then sometimes hard conversations are going to arise. Let's say there's something that they're doing that you're not in alignment with and have a difficult time with. You might want to talk to them about it. Let's say that there's something that you're doing that they confront you on and you have to address it with them, right? Let's say it's a colleague at work, a boss, somebody who's working for you that you have to address certain behaviors that you're not proud of. Hard conversations exist. Oh, in your family, that's where a lot of hard conversations exist. So let's talk about how you have them. One thing I want you to consider going into a hard conversation is, what do you want out of the conversation, right? So if at the end of the conversation, you can walk away feeling like you got something accomplished or that what you wanted to bring to the table actually got brought, what would that be? What is your intention, right, with the hard conversation? Remember that hard conversations strengthen relationships. A lot of people believe that difficult conversations in relationships will fracture the relationship. Well, if that person is meaningful to you and you're meaningful to them, and there is an element of trust that connects the two of you, then having a hard conversation is probably going to strengthen the relationship, because you're having the conversation for a reason about something that matters. So remember that. Number 2 is having a hard conversation strengthens the relationship. Number 3, breathe. I know this pops up in a lot of my videos, right? Well, that's because we know it works. Breathing and settling in, being calm, giving yourself space and time to be present helps. So make sure before a difficult conversation, you're just taking some time to breathe. Now, we don't always have time to whip out a yoga mat, roll it out, sit and do a whole, meditation. That's okay. If you're at work and you have to have a difficult conversation with someone at work, just go into the bathroom and do some breathing a little bit. And then come out so that you're in a more grounded place and foundation, okay? And the 4th one is use appropriate language. I know I'm probably not the right person talking about that because I cuss quite a bit. However, in difficult conversations, name calling, not so great, okay? And sometimes that happens. So it's important that you dial back on some of that really strong language that somebody else could be offended by and just talk to them like a human being. You don't have to yell, you don't have to raise your voice, you do not have to use cuss words. You can just talk to them as a human, okay? So remember those 4 things and you'll be having more difficult conversations than you ever imagined and be feeling better.